Hello everyone, here Eleanor, and I'm very glad to share with you guys my advice about interpreting. My channels contain a lot of useful videos with clear explanations so you can improve your skills and knowledge. I will make YouTube videos every week with different content, so please subscribe to my channel to upload and update every single video. Let's get started. In this video, I am going to analyze the interpreting process. The perception of procedure. There are many two ways for the interpreter to perceive the message. One is auditory perception, and the other is visual perception. In this procedure, factors that will influence the qualities of the interpretations include the interpreter's listening abilities and setting. Compare with the general listening. Listening and interpreting is more complicated and difficult process. The settings, temporal and physical conditions in which communications takes place also play an important role in the interpretation process. Time constraints for speakers at conferences often lead them to deliver their messages at a furious pace. Noisy listening conditions make the reception and communicating messages difficult both for intended receptors and for the interpreter. The decoding procedure follows an almost indiscernible instant during which the interpreter processes the information stored in the perceptual auditory storage and extracts necessity information from both linguistic and non-linguistic codes. It is where the message was born, and this procedure factor that will influence the quality of the interpretations induce the source, particularly the speaker, and interpreter linguistics competence and quality of the interpretation. Include the source, particularly and speaker, the interpreter linguistic competence, and his background knowledge. This includes the knowledge of the world and knowledge of the subject under discussion. The recording procedure. In this procedure, the interpreter memory plays a crucial role and is a decisive factor in whether this procedure is successful or not, or at least in how much interpreters can get from the source speech. The supplementary way of securing the procedure is note-taking, which seems to be more important in consecutive interpretation. Recording must be based on comprehension, and it is two-folded, mental and written. According to Vaughan in 1998, there are three kinds of memories in human brain information processing system, known as sensory stores, perceptions, short-term store, working memory, and long-term store, permanent memory. Among these three kinds of memories, working memory plays an important part in all work, especially in interpreting. The short memory is severely limited in science. It can only hold approximately 7 plus minus 2 information units. Obviously, we cannot solely depend on our brain and memory while interpreting. Instead, we should make good use of notes to have enlarged each unit and help record information as much as accurate as possible. From the above analysis, it can be concluded that a recording state and interpreting process must be fulfilled with a combination of effective mental memorization and accessory notes. D. The encoding procedure. This procedure includes the activation of the target language, elements found in long-term memory, as well as syntactic and semantic and word processing and word string processing according to the TL syntactic and semantic information stored in long-term memory. The result in the paraphrase is TL of the resource language message. A long-term interpreter successfully accomplishes the first three procedures. Factors that take effect on this procedure include the interpreter's second language proficiency, his mastery of various kinds of translation skills, and the intended preceptors. E. The expressing procedure. Expression in the terminal procedure is the process of interpretation. Although sound and effective expressions can only be relied on the basis of successful fulfillment of the first four procedures, expression itself directly influences the final output and result. Thus, the degree to significant, it is without doubt that preceding procedure are the decisive factor for the success of last procedure. However, there are still some points that the interpreters must pay attention to in terms of the way of expressing. The interpreter voice should be loud enough for everybody to hear, and it should be smooth and even. And its pitch should be appropriate. Interpreter's pronunciation of words should be at least a good and constant, if not standard British or American English.